So today we will learn how to mold a fascinator, a red fascinator. Now, the first thing, I have my mold cover with nylon, and I'll be using my shea butter. You can use Vaseline or whatever to rub on the nylon for easier removal. Make sure you apply the Vaseline or the gel on the mold. And I'm going to set this aside. Pick up my sinamey. I'll be using sinamey. Pick up my sinamey. Take the measurement of the mold from a particular starting point, direct opposite to it. Here I have 14 inches. So I'll be adding one more inch to it to make it 15 inches. Then I will bring out my sinamey, measure out 15 inches. I'll be measuring out 15 inches. This is my 15 inches here. Then I will double it. This way. If you like, you can cut it out to make it double. It's still the same thing. I'll be doubling it. Now, the length outside should be 15. Here I have 16. I can still make use of the 16. So that will be 15 inches long, 15 inches wide. The length 15 inches and the width 15 inches. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'll wet my fascinator. My sinamey. I'll be wetting it. Make sure it's evenly wet. You can fold it first, then sprinkle water on it, or better still, dip it inside water and bring it out. Then before placing it on my mold. So now I've wet my sinamey. I will place it on the mold gently, then turn it upside down this way. Make sure you have excess resting on the mold this way. Make sure you have some resting on the mold like this. Resting on the mold. So I'll start by pinning. I'll start from the one facing me directly, which is this. So I'll start by pinning, using my thumb pin to pin it down. I'm going to pin it down. Then move to the one facing it directly, the direct opposite of it. Turn it this way. Then pin that one as well. Pin it down. Now, the method is your kind of north, south, east, and west. So after pinning this down, I'll pick one side of this, first turn it to this way, pin this down before pinning the edges down. Now I'm done pinning it down. So the next thing is for me to apply my stiffener to it. I have my stiffener here with my brush. If you don't have stiffener, some people do make use of top bond in place of stiffener. I don't really advise that. But for a trial, just to try it, you can try top bond, but it's not advisable. I'm actually making this for a client. So the next thing for me to do is to apply my stiffener on it. Your stiffener must not be too thick and must not be too watery. Then you apply the stiffener on it gently this way. So use your brush to apply the stiffener on it until you are done with it all through. So I'm gonna apply it all throughout the fascinator. Now I'm done applying my stiffener on it. This is how it looks. So I'm going to take it out to the sun to dry. I'm going to sun dry it. Now if you want to make a glittering fascinator or glittering art, this is the secret behind it. Just get glitters, sprinkle it on it. Can you see? Just sprinkle it on it, and it will dry on the fascinator. I mean to dry alongside with the fascinator. It will stick to the what's it called, to the stiffener on it. And once it's dry, you see it glittering. It's dry, so I'm going to bring it out from the mold. Before then, I would love to trim out, but don't trim it up to this edge. Leave at least 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Put in my finger here, then bring it out gently. Bring it out gently. So I'm going to press this down like this. Press this down. And if you feel this is too wide, you can see it's not round. So I'm going to trim this to make it round like the ones here. Then after that, I'll pick up my tape rule, measure the edge, mark a starting point. I can make here to be my starting point. Use your pin to mark the starting point. So I'm going to start from here, then take the measurement round until I get to where I started from. Okay, let me make here my starting point now. So I'm starting from here. So I'm going to take it round. Can you see that I started here and I'm stopping. That's 41. I have 41 inches. So I'll be adding 1 more inch to it. That's 42 inches. Then I'm going to set this aside. Cut out 42 inches from my millinery wire. So I'm going to measure out 42 inches. Remember, it was 41 we measured here. We're adding 1 inch for tying. That's 42. So this 42 inches. So now I'm done tying the 2 edges of the wire together. I'm using the matching thread. Then I'll be covering it with this bias. So you can start from any point on the wire. So then I'll continue like that. I'll continue. I'm going to put glue here. Then continue wrapping it. Continue wrapping it. Continue wrapping it until I'm done. Now I'm done wrapping my millinery wire. So the next thing I'll be doing is I will insert the millinery wire into this fascinator this way. So I'm going to insert it round. Insert it round. I'm done inserting the wire into the fascinator. That is into the tip at the edge, the curved edge here. Then the next thing is I'll be applying my glue here, either here or here, to conceal the wire, to conceal it, or to glue this down to it. I don't know if you can see what I'm saying. I will apply my little glue here, then to conceal the wire. So I'll be doing that round. Then before then, attaching my design. Before putting the design, I still have to use my bias. Either I use my bias to cover it down, to cover this place down round. But I might not use bias for this. I'm thinking of using trimmings. So if I can't get matching color of these trimmings, then I'll have to use bias. So whichever way. I want to design the height. I'll be teaching you how to cut a loop. I want to cut out a loop. Now you cut it, you're cutting design on sinamey or mat, you don't cut this way. Neither will you cut this way. No. Which means you don't cut vertically, you will not cut horizontally. We cut diagonally. Can you see the stretchy parts? We cut diagonally. So I'm going to be folding it this way. Because if you fold it this way, when you are using it to make a design, it will give you a relaxed and a smooth outcome. That's why it is mostly cut out in diagonal form. So you cut it out this way. Depending on how long you want it. If you want a longer one, you want a short one, you reduce it and throw it out. So I'll be cutting cut it. Now if you want a wider one, you can cut it out like this. But if you want a small one that is not too wide, so depending on how wide you want it. What I'm cutting, I don't really want wider one. Instead of wasting it, since I don't want a wider one, I can reuse it again. So it can be reduced depending on what you want. Then cut it out like this. Now I have this. Next thing I'll be doing is I'll put this in, put this side in, put the other side in as well. Then close it up. So this is my loop. Let's see. So I'll be cutting like 3 or 4 of this size. Then you can then fold it this way. Let's see. To design whatever you want to use to design. Can you see this? So you can place as many as possible. If you like, you can have your. I'll be designing this fascinator with this glue as well. You can place this on it. Place this on it. Depending on what you want and how you want it. So another design I want to teach you now is called petals. I've already cut out this in diagonally. So I'm going to fold this like this. Then pleat the edge. If you are pleating the edge round, so you pleat the edge. This is the edge. So you have this. So can you see this? So I have another one here as well. You pleat the edge, So you can have as many as possible of this. Join them together. So I'll be making this as well, like 10 or 12 of it. So make them until they are much, or make them to your desired quantity. I will be folding it like this. Then pick another one, fold it on each other, place it this way. So I'll be doing that for all. I'll arrange them. Then I will be either placing this on these ones this way, or placing it on that, depending on how beautiful it's going to be on the fascinator. So I might either place the coloring on the loop, or I place the loop on the coloring, depending on how you want it. So I'm going to be designing it now. Then once I'm done designing it, I'll show you the outcome. Done joining the loops together. I have my crinoline loop as well. I'll be placing this on it this way. Just arrange it the way you want. Then I'll tack it. I'll just put in my glue here, place this on it. Or better still, you can use your thread and needle to tack it down, and that is all. Okay. Then after that, I can either use this loop to cover this, or put a rose on it. So I'm done. I've added my rose on it. That's it. So the last thing is just to add my Alice band, and that is all.